Hello YouTube, this is Ken Apocalypse, and today, as you see in front of you, I have Roku playing on this is an LG B8 OLED. Yes, an OLED. Went from a TCL 65 inch to a 55 inch OLED because when you go to an OLED, you have to go down in a size just to be able to afford it. That being said, this is great TV. Of course, it's an OLED. I mean, it's a perfect TV for all around use, unless you want to watch, news all day long. Then you have to worry about burn-in. But as in picture quality and everything, it's great. Even this Roku stick that I have a Roku stick. I do not have a Roku box. I have a stick on this one. On the TCL, of course, it was built into it, so everything was 4K, Dolby Vision and everything. This one is a 1080p stick. And even on a 1080p stick, everything on it looks good. So, I mean, I'm not going to knock it because, I mean, you have everything that you want on this stick, even though it's a 1080p. I do suggest that if you are worried, if you're not going to use the internal apps on the TV itself, and you are going to go for a Roku operating system, do get the 4K. I think the one that does 4K Dolby Vision is $99, which it sounds like a lot, but if that's the operating system you want, then it's worth it. Don't compromise for things that you want. That being said, I love the Roku operating system and everything. The TCL, of course, as everybody knows, it was having problems with the HDR video, not the Dolby Vision itself, the HDR. I have a LG 4K player that just does HDR, it does not do Dolby Vision. So when you would watch a movie in HDR, it would get brighter and dimmer throughout the movie. And what I mean by that is you would lose your sharpness and your color because it looked like it was putting a gray film over everything. And it didn't do it all the time. It just done it, in certain scenes, but it was enough to be distracting and enough that I wanted it fixed. So what did I do? I contacted TCL. TCL says they know of the problem, and of course they passed the buck to Roku. They said it was an issue with the Roku operating system. Well, I don't think the Roku operating system has anything to do with the backlighting on the TV itself. That is a TCL manufacturing problem. And I've read several things of people having the same issue. And then, of course I have these other people that, they're saying, well, you need to turn this off, turn this on, turn this off, and stuff like that. Well, here's my point. When you buy a TV, you buy it because you look at the specs, you look at the picture, you look at everything that, you're going to enjoy about the TV. And if I have to go in and I have to turn the motion interpolation off, I have to turn this off, that off, and everything else, then that means that the TV is really not good enough to have anyway, because what you're having to do is you're having to turn off all of these things that's supposed to make the picture look better, but yet it doesn't. It makes it look worse. It makes the motion look worse. It can make the picture look worse, stuff like that. So it's kind of working against itself. So if I buy a TV, it's because, I looked at the specs, I look at what it can do, I look at the motion, the black frame insertion, everything. And, that's why you buy a TV, it's because you research them. When you get it and you have to turn this off and that off and pretty much turn everything extra off that's supposed to help the picture, then that's, that's kind of counterproductive. So it's not really worth it to me. TCL actually sent someone out to pick up the TV, and they sent me a check in the mail, and they sent me the full retail cost that I paid when I first bought the TV. And that is awesome. TCL did a great job. Once they get that fixed, I might get another one. But for now, I'm not getting it. I mean, that's something that could be fixed with a firmware update, you would think, but for this to go on for so long and then them not have an update for it yet, that's, I'm not sure if it's just slipped through the loop or what. But like I said, I mean, maybe I could go for an 8 series. 8 series on sale right now. I think they're still on sale for the Labor Day sale at Best Buy for $9.99. There's a lot of good sales going on this weekend because of Labor Day. So, I mean, yesterday, today, and tomorrow's the time to snatch them up if you want one of those deals. Okay, now, Samsung. Everybody's reviewing Samsung Q90Ts, Q80Ts, Q70Ts, and Q60Ts. And everybody's telling me the same thing. They're going down in quality. And what I mean by that is the Q90 this year acts like a Q80R from last year. The Q80 acts like a Q70 from last year. The Q70 acts like a Q60 from last year. Q60 acts like probably a TU800 or a, TU8000, I'm sorry. They took the backlighting out of the Q70. Last year the Q70R had backlighting, and this year it does not. It has what they call dual LEDs, which is supposed to be the same, but I don't know how you could be the same if you do not have local dimming. It has some kind of dimming. I'm going to research a little bit more, and the reason being is here this week coming, I will be getting in a Q70T to review. And the reason I want to review it is because there's mixed reviews. You see some websites and people say this is a bright, beautiful, crisp TV, and then you see other websites saying, it looks like a Q60 from last year. But anyway, that's all I got for you today. This is Kimpocalypse. Hit that subscribe button and share my videos, and I'll have more for you next time.